Hey guys, want to show your support to the channel and get some awesome rewards at the same time? Then go check out my Patreon page where at whatever tier you choose that fits your budget, you'll get plenty of rewards such as updates and announcements on the regular, exclusive sneak peeks of my videos before they go up online, get yourself credited, and receive a special shout out at the end of my videos and more. Go to patreon.com/Ackleyattack427's to start pledging today. And don't forget to also check out and consider gifting me any items I have listed on my Amazon wishlist and even supporting me on my Streamlabs tipping page that'll also help support the channel directly. Links are in the description box below as well as on my link tree for you to check out. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Take care. Hey guys, like what we do on our channel and want to see more videos from us? Then not to worry about a thing. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as turning on the notification bell so that way you can see more of our videos coming up very soon. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys, and well, I guess it's after what I've actually been through with, of course, my 400th thoughts video, of course, my dress-up darling, for sure. Looks like it's back to business as normal in talking about some recently released movies, of course, these thoughts videos, for sure, So yeah, I guess that's pretty much what I could say, of course, that front, for sure, So yeah, I've got a lot to go through as we speak, so I'm hoping to give you guys some real good stuff for sure, so yeah, so I guess for today's thoughts video, I have been thinking for some time, and well, I guess it has been about like a few years since we've actually talked about pretty much one of these movies for sure. So I think it makes sense to finally talk about them again for sure, and well, looks like we're jumping back into the horror genre once again for sure with this latest movie that we actually got to see for sure, so yeah, and trust me when I say I know we're pretty much gonna do that with a pretty nice copy of pretty much probably the best way I can describe it is, of course, getting back out the Necronomicon or the Book of the Dead. Yeah, I think that would get you the idea, of course, what we're talking about. If you couldn't tell based on that hint, I think it will get you the idea on what we'll talk about for this latest thoughts video. But in case you don't, I'm here to talk about the latest movie that I actually got to see today, which is none other than Evil Dead Burns. So yeah, that is, of course, what we're going to be talking about here today. Not only is this the latest film that just came out not too long ago, but it's also the latest installment in, of course, well, the Evil Dead movies for sure, so yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright then, well, I guess before going into, of course, this movie, I do want to make pretty much one thing perfectly clear for sure is that, well, what can I say about the Evil Dead movies that a lot of people haven't already for sure, even though I've actually haven't actually seen all of them for sure, I do know for the fact that the Evil Dead movies have actually been a massive staple when it comes to some well-known horror movies for sure, whether it be the original directed by Sam Raimi and starring Bruce Campbell, leading all the way to, of course, pretty much its two sequels, Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness, just to name me a few. Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that the Evil Dead movies really actually have what it has to offer for sure. It's got, of course, pretty much a really engaging story, interesting characters, some brilliant scares, and a really great amount of blood and gore that will get you on the edge of your seat for sure. So yeah, like I said, I haven't seen all of the original trilogy for sure, nor even the TV show Ash vs. Evil Dead for sure. But I think it's safe to say that I do acknowledge on their existence and how great they are. And if you may recall, a few years ago, I did talk about one of the films from the Evil Dead movies, which is, of course, Evil Dead Rise, which I actually really liked, for sure. So yeah, that is, of course, what I could say, of course, that front, for sure. I haven't seen all of the ones, for sure, but I did talk about Evil Dead Rise a few years ago, for sure. But if you want my full-on analysis, of course, that said film, then go watch my thoughts video that I did a few years ago that will get you up to speed, for sure. So I guess, given to that thought alone, I was actually quite curious to see on how this new installment will actually do, given to what we actually got with the last film, for sure. And I should mention right now, I did manage to go see this as part of a double feature this time around. Yes, I did do another double feature, in case a lot of you guys are wondering. And I did manage to get myself in to go and see this movie as part of that, all thanks to Crown City Cinemas for letting me do that. And not only that, I think probably by the time this video goes live, my sister and my brother-in-law are currently visiting, for sure, and of course, when I actually told them the news that I wanted to cramming Evil Dead Rise, Evil Dead Burns, to of course go see, my brother-in-law really wanted to see it with me, and I'm like, sure, so yeah, we both managed to get ourselves in to go and see this movie, and well, now that we've officially got out of seeing it, I guess a lot of you guys are wondering from my perspective, what do I think of this one? Well, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I guess pretty much, regardless of course, on what other people may say about it, I actually do like it. Yeah, I'm not even joking when I actually say I really do like this movie for what it is. Is it by all means pitch perfect? No, not technically, but I do think it's kind of on the same level as the last Evil Dead movie that we actually got. So yeah, not by all means great, but I do think it's actually pretty good for sure, So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright. Alright then, well, now that I've actually got the short version out of the way, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about everything that I need to talk about for sure. For starters is, of course, the story, and yeah, I really do like what they did with the story for this one. It is structured out quite well, I'm not gonna lie, and I really do think it flows out quite well from what I've actually seen, and it is actually pretty simple to follow for sure. Yeah, basically wanting to try to do its own thing, but also wanted to keep the love and spirit of the other movies on hand, which I do think is actually a really good balance, I'm not gonna lie, So yeah, I think it's what I could say for the story for, of course, this movie. Now, as for the writing, I have to say, well, that too also deserves a lot of recognition by far, as it is crafted out quite well, I'm not gonna lie, to really get myself hooked on with, of course, what I've actually, what we're actually seeing on screen for sure, and I really do like what they've actually done with every single bits of action to every bits of dialogue. I really do feel like they really putting a lot of hard-working effort to try to make it look great for sure, and they did the job quite well. So yeah, I guess it's probably the short way I can actually sum up the story and the writing for, of course, this film. Yeah, I will admit, I guess there might be a few issues here and there that I've actually spotted for sure, and I do felt there could have been much better ways they could have gotten out of this situation. But again, I really do like what they were trying to go for, and really want to keep the love and spirit of the other movies alive for sure, and they did the job on that quite well, so yeah. It's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright, I guess I'm done with that. Alright then, well, now that I've actually got those two out of the way, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about the next couple of things I need to talk about for sure, to which, next up is, of course, the characters, and And yeah, I guess pretty much from what I've actually seen, I really do think the characters in, of course, this movie are actually developed quite well, I'm not gonna lie, for sure, to really try to make them likable and interesting, for sure. Even some of the ones that I absolutely hate and wanted to see them get their comeuppance, for sure. I really do felt they really have a lot going for, hands down, for sure. Yeah. I know, pretty much from what I'm seeing, for a good chunk of characters, for sure, you really do care for them a whole lot and want to root for them as probably the best that you can, and whenever something bad happens to them, you really do feel sorry for yourself, hands down, that this is the kind of situation they got themselves into, for sure. So yeah. I guess this movie really did it in such a way that makes me want to care for the characters, for sure, and I really do like what they were going for, hands down. It really drives the movie quite well, and I really like what they actually did, for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say for the characters, for sure. Now, as for the actors that came on board to play all these characters, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, they really got a good number of actors on board, for sure, and each and every single one of them has actually given off some pretty good performances, for sure. Yeah, I guess, again, for a while it's not really pitch perfect, from what I assume, I really do think it is actually quite good, I'm not gonna lie, and I really do dig in their investment with each and every single one of their performances, for sure, that I really do think is actually quite nicely done. So yeah, I guess it's what I could say for pretty much those in a nutshell, for sure. I really do like what they did for the characters, and yeah, the actors did a brilliant job with their performances all the way that I really do think is actually quite nice. So yeah. It's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alright. Alrighty then, well, now that I've actually got those two out of the way, what else is there for me to talk about? Well, quite a whole lot, actually. Seeing how this is a horror movie, for sure, I should definitely talk about the two main components when it comes to a horror movie, for sure, and that being, of course, the tone and atmosphere, for sure. So yeah, I guess with, of course, what I've actually seen, I really do love what they did with the tone and atmosphere, for sure. They really set the mood quite well to really establish everything that goes on, while still acknowledging pretty much that this is an Evil Dead movie, so you're pretty much gonna get what you expect for an Evil Dead movie all the way, and I really do love what they have actually gone for with, of course, this one, for sure. They really set the tone quite well, and even the creepy atmosphere that follows through, you really do feel like you really are in that kind of a situation, for sure, and even a good moments where, of course, it's bound to scare you, for sure. Well, I will admit, pretty much a good chunk of scares from what I've actually seen. Yeah, most of them don't hit the mark, for sure, but I do think they are actually quite pretty much effective in a good number of areas, right to the point where I was absolutely terrified, for sure, but in the best possible way. So yeah, I guess that's what I could say for the tone and atmosphere for, of course, this movie. Now, I guess pretty much for everything else, from what I assume, well, I guess for one thing, the production design for, of course, this movie, I really do think is absolutely outstanding, just right off the bag, for sure. So yeah, I guess they really did do an impressive job with the film's production design, for sure, with, of course, not only some brilliant location scouting and some great set designs that they actually did, which I really do think is actually quite nicely done, for sure, but also the visuals and the effects, I'm not gonna lie, is also very well done, for sure, as it does help to blending everything that goes on, for sure, and And yeah, I guess pretty much for what it is, they really putting a lot of hard-working effort on, of course, all those for sure, because they really want to really make this the best that they can for an Evil Dead movie for sure. And not to mention for the fact that the brilliant stunt work that they actually did pretty much is actually really planned out quite well for sure. And not to mention pretty much the amount of blood and gory imagery for sure really is actually quite nicely done for sure. Almost like very effective for sure. Almost like you want to feel nauseous when you actually look at the amount of blood and gore that they actually showcase on screen for sure. And this movie really did the job quite well for sure. I know that's saying a whole lot because I did almost feel a little nauseous upon seeing it, but as the film goes on and I actually get used to it, I think my nausea actually does die down a bit for sure. I know it's a generalization, and probably mainly because I'm trying to cut back on eating so much popcorn while watching this movie for sure. Because yeah, I'm pretty sure that if I would have ate the whole bucket while the amount of blood and gory imagery played, while I still have my bad case of nausea, I would have ended up vomiting for sure. But I'm glad it didn't for sure. So. But yeah, I guess either way, I really love what they did for, of course, this one for sure, and it really is actually quite impressive. And of course, the direction this film from the film's director, I really do think is quite nicely done for sure. He really actually putting a lot of hard-working effort to really make this movie look good for sure, and he actually did the job quite well from what I've actually seen. And of course, the cinematography, in addition to that, for sure, that too alone is also quite nicely done for sure, as it actually got some really good camera shots that actually do work quite well to the film's advantage from what I've actually seen, and it really is actually quite amazing for sure. They really planned it out quite well from what I've actually seen on screen, and it is actually quite nicely done, So yeah, and of course the editing, I have to say, is also deserving of some recognition for sure, as it is cut up perfectly with some brilliant cuts that actually really do work quite well, and even is actually pretty much quite fitting for, of course, this movie for sure, and even matches well with the film's pacing. In addition to that, I also do think is actually really quite nicely done for sure, with, of course, some really nice slow moments in a good number of areas. But then again, seeing of how he is an Evil Dead movie, it does also know how to be quick and fast for sure, in order to keep up with, of course, pretty much the tension-filled atmosphere that surrounds us for sure. So yeah, I guess that's probably the best I can put it hands down. So yeah, I guess give it to all that alone. I think it will get you the idea on how much I really like this movie all the way. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alrighty then, well, I guess with all that said and done, and within a short amount of time than was expected for sure, I guess that's pretty much everything that I can say about this movie as a whole. So yeah, overall, Evil Dead Rise is, of course, a really fun and yet creepy movie that really got me on the edge of my seat quite well, and it actually did leave me absolutely terrified for sure, but in the best possible way, hands down. So yeah, I guess with, of course, everything that they actually did from what I've actually talked about earlier, they really did do an impressive job in making this stand out well on its own as a regular horror film, but at the same time, really wanted to keep the love and spirit of the Evil Dead movies alive for sure, while also bringing in something new and inventive at the same time. And I really do think this movie did the job quite well from what I've actually seen. So yeah, is it by all means great, let alone a horror classic for sure, or a grand epic masterpiece? No, not particularly, for sure. In fact, I've seen plenty of other horror movies that are done much better, for sure. But I definitely do think it is actually a really good movie from what I've actually seen for sure. And yeah, I think it did the job quite well for sure. And I really do think it is actually a real good time from what I've actually seen. So yeah, it's not by all means perfect, let alone a cinematic masterpiece. But I do think it is actually a really good movie nonetheless. So, but yeah, I guess regardless of course, all that. Yeah, I do highly recommend this movie for sure. So yeah, you're not gonna get anything great, but you are gonna get something really good for sure. So yeah, and I guess if this is if it is something up your alley for sure, then this movie is for you, hands down. So yeah, I guess needless to say, I really do like this movie all the way, and I do highly encourage anyone to go check it out for sure. I think you're going to be in for a real good time, especially pretty much fighting off some demonoids, or of course some Dagites for sure, from of course someone reading the Book of the Dag again for sure. I mean, seriously. Do any of these characters in these movies learn their lessons about not reading the Necronomicon aloud? Not particularly, but you kind of get what I mean, so. But yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front, and definitely well worth the recommendation on my part, so yeah, for my final score, yeah, I think this movie is deserving of that, so I'm going to give Evil Dead Burn an 8 out of 10 as my final score. Yeah, like I said, it's not really pitch perfect from what I've actually seen, but I really do like it for what it's actually done for sure, and I would probably rank it on the same level as the last film, Evil Dead Rise, for sure. Yeah, just to get that in context for sure, So yeah, I guess that's what I could say, of course, that front for sure. And yeah, like I said, I do highly recommend checking this movie out for sure. Yeah, you're not I think you're going to get something that is definitely not perfect for what it is, but still a good horror movie for what it's actually done, while still keeping the love and spirit of Evil Dead alive for sure. And I think it did the job quite well, so yeah. It's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Alrighty then, well, I guess with all that said and done, that's pretty much everything that I can say, in of course, this video for sure, So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and by all means, I'll go ahead and turn it over to you guys. What do you think of Evil Dead Burn if you've actually seen it? Do you absolutely really like it and think it's another good addition to, of course, the Evil Dead movies for sure, or do you absolutely hate it and think it's not worth your time for sure, and a total disgrace all the way? Or are you somewhere in between where you think it's just fine for what it is? So yeah, let me know what you thought of this movie down in the comments down below. I'm quite curious to see what you guys think, and I guess moreover, I do want to thank my brother-in-law for tagging along with me to see this movie for sure. It was actually a real great time, and yeah, I'm glad to have you around for that, my man, So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video. But we're not done just yet. Oh, no, we've actually got one other movie that we want to talk about for sure, and, well, we've got some bad news by far. I'm dreading the day for me to talk about this one, but I guess it looks like for the next thoughts video, yeah, the good news is we're diving back into Disney for sure, but the bad news is we're definitely going back to their live-action remakes for sure, as, of course, we are going to be talking about the latest one based around an animated feature film that came out just about a decade ago for sure. And I think you know exactly which one I'm talking about, but you'll definitely see what I mean in the next thoughts video, So yeah, but until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD and Sam Shepard. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyattackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyattackTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.